So this video is going to take you through the partial defence of loss of control. So we're looking at a partial defence to murder. When you do this in the exam, you need to have already stated, explained and applied the the offence of murder. Obviously, you don't need a defence if you haven't got an offence, but for today, we're just going to focus in on this particular partial defence. So we're going to look at this scenario. It's a bit of a grisly one. I apologise if this upsets anybody, but this is the kind of thing that you could get in an exam. So Usha and Vikram are married. One day, Usha discovers that Vikram has recently raped her younger sister. I said it was horrible. In a fit of rage, Usha grabs a penknife and stabs Vikram in the heart, killing him instantly. So you're going to use, as per usual, your state, explain, apply model. And you're first of all going to state that we are looking at the defence of loss of control from the Coroners and Justice Act 2009, section 54, and the loss of control section is 54(1)(a). Yes, you do need the section numbers. You're going to explain with the case of Jewel, a planned execution isn't a loss of control, and Workman, evidence will be required to show that there is a loss of control and somebody is still out of control. Section 54(2), this is a big change from the old law. The loss of control doesn't need to be immediate or sudden, so there could be a delay. And in this case, we can see Usha lost control when she stabbed Vikram to death. We're then going to talk about our qualifying triggers. There are two. Firstly, section 55(3), fear of serious violence from the victim against the defendant or another identified person. You can explain the cases of Ward, where he feared for his brother. Lodge, the defendant pled loss of control successfully on the basis that he lost control and killed the victim after he himself had been attacked. Both of these are acceptable. And you could say that Usha may be fearing for serious sexual violence against her sister in the future. Section 55(4), things said or done which not only constitute circumstances of an extremely grave character, but give the defendant a justifiable sense of being seriously wronged. Yes, it's wordy. Yes, you need all those words. As seen in the case of Clinton, the behaviour of Clinton's wife illustrated how serious those things said or done had to be. Clinton's wife teased him about a variety of really unpleasant things, including his sexual prowess, and that he wasn't, quote unquote, brave enough to kill himself, and he killed her as a result. That's how horrible the things said or done have to be. In this case, because Vikram, what he has done was of sufficiently grave character, it would give anyone a justifiable sense of being seriously wronged. However, you can't incite somebody to fear something, incite somebody to say something, and it can't be in relation to sexual infidelity. But again, Clinton says sexual infidelity can be seen as a wider package of events. So if Usha had killed her husband because he'd had an affair, then she wouldn't be able to use the defence, but that is not why she acted in this circumstances. And we can apply by saying Usha has not done anything to bring this on herself, and she did not kill in relation to the sexual infidelity. And then finally, section 55(3)(3), a person with a normal self-control might have reacted in the same way. The circumstances involved can be seen in the case of Asmalash, where intoxication is disregarded, and other cases tell us that bad temper is also disregarded. The main things is somebody's age and gender. And we can apply by saying anybody of any age or gender with a reasonable tolerance may have acted in the same way as Usha. So on these circumstances, she may be able to successfully plead loss of control and have a partial defence to murder. The outcome of that is going to be that the judge will have the discretion as to the sentencing rather than having to give a mandatory life sentence. So that, ladies and gents, is very quickly how you state, explain, apply the partial defence of loss of control to the offence of murder.